Welcome you all. In the problem, it is given that a cone of base diameter 50 mm and axis 75 mm is placed over a square slab of side 70 mm and 15 mm thick. Now, let me draw the simple position. This is my XY line. This is X, this is Y. Then draw the cone first. The cone base diameter is 50 mm. Just make a circle with 25 mm radius here, with 25 mm radius here. This is the center point of the cone. You are going to transfer this circle as a ellipse. You are going to transfer this circle as a ellipse to isometric view by 4 center method. So you need not to divide this circle into 8 equal divisions. Then now you have to draw the square slab over this cone, that is centrally placed. I already told you, if it is centrally placed, it means the square slab and the cone must have the axis coincided with each other. So the square slab side is 70 mm, so that from this point, from the center point of the circle, just make a 35 mm at a distance of 35 mm, make a point here and also this side. Similarly, from this point at a 35 mm distance, a vertical point, and vertically 2 points has to be made. Then from this point, draw the lines like this, like this, like this. Now this is your square slab. Now you have to draw the front view of the square slab and this cone. So this is your axis line. That axis line has to be mentioned like this. Now this slab front view makes 15 mm thick. So this has to be 15 mm. Then from here also make 15 mm line. Then connect these 2 points. You will get the square slab in the front view. Now from this point, the axis height of the cone is 75 mm. So from this point mark 75 mm. Then from that point has to be connected to this point. Similarly, this point has to be transferred to here, and these 2 points has to be connected to complete the cone. Okay, now the simple position has been drawn. Now to draw the isometric projection, you have to rotate your drafter to a 30-degree, then draw a line from here, and then in the opposite direction rotate a drafter to 30-degree, draw a line here. Then the first thing, this square slab has to be transferred here. This square slab side is 70 mm is given, so measure 70 mm with your compass, and then from this as your center point make an arc here, make an arc here. From this point make an arc here, from this point also make an arc here. So you will get the 4 points of this outer square, that is square slab. Now connect all those lines in order to transfer that square of 70 mm. Now next thing, you have to complete the square slab. The thickness of the square slab is 15 mm. So from this point make a vertical line of 15 mm, and from this point make a vertical line of height 15 mm. From this point also make a vertical line of 15 mm. this point, this line, this edge will not be visible in the isometric view. So just connect these points. This is your isometric view of the square slab. Then this cone has to be transferred to here. So to transfer this cone, first thing you have to draw a square which bounds that circle in the simple position. So here, like this, draw a square which almost covers the circle. This square has to be transferred first. So this distance will be how much? 70 minus 50 divided by 2. This must be 10 and this must be 10. This must be 10 mm. This must be 10 mm. So now place your drafter parallel to this line and mark 10 mm distance. Mark 10 mm distance from this line to here. Then draw a parallel line like this. Similarly, mark 10 mm distance in this line, then draw a line, parallel line like this. Then rotate your drafter and make parallel to this line. Now in this line make 10 mm distance, also in this line make 10 mm distance. Okay, now draw the parallel line. Here also from this line draw the parallel line. Now exactly this will be 10 mm, this will be 10 mm, this will be 10 mm, this will be 10 mm. So this square box, this inner square box has been transferred here. Now this circle will be viewed as ellipse in the isometric projection. That ellipse has to be drawn with the help of 4 center method. So to draw the 4 center method, what you have to do, you just measure the center point of this line. This line is 50 mm and at 25 mm this is your center point. Similarly, this point center, this line center point has to be marked at 25 mm and this center point has to be connected to the opposite corner. This center point also has to be connected to the opposite corner, and then this center point of this line 25 mm mark, this has to be connected to the opposite corner, and then the center point of this line has to be connected to the opposite corner of that square. Now you have these two focus points. With your compass, just from this point as your center, measure this distance like this, and then draw an arc like this. Similarly, this point as your center, draw an arc like this. Okay, then this point as your center, this corner point as your center, and this as your radius, draw an arc, this as your radius, draw an arc like this, and then this as your center point with this as your radius, draw an arc like this. This is your ellipse which will be viewed as the base. Now find out the center point of this ellipse. To find out the center point, just join this corner and this corner, make a line, just join this point and this point, make a corner like this is your center point. Okay, from that center point measure the vertical height of 75 mm. From that point measure 75 mm. That point will be your this vertex point. That vertex point has to be connected with this ellipse with tangent line method like this. Okay, by this side also a tangent line to this ellipse has to be drawn like this. That's all. This is your final isometric view. Now you have to draw the final view with your H pencil. This is my visible line, this is my visible line, then this line will not be visible but this arc will be visible. Okay, similarly this line will be visible, this will be visible, all the visible line has to be drawn with H pencil. Then this line has to be darkened up to the cone. Okay, this is your final isometric projection of the problem given. So make the dimensions here 15 mm, this height will be 70, this will be 50, this will be 70. I'm sorry, this will be 70 only. This will be 75. Okay, thank you all.